G'day everyone, my name's Cautious Pancake and welcome back to day 28 of the Teleport series, where the zombie virus has mutated and is causing both zombies and players to occasionally teleport. After loading up the 4x4 last night and bringing back as much gear as we could carry, it turns out that I've now run out of time to do the return trip and the mining that I'd planned, and we're now stuck back here at the snow base. Given that it's Horde night tonight, rather than spending all my time driving today, I'm going to do a little bit of crafting here at the base, finish off some base upgrades, and then see what happens when the giant teleport kicks in and sends us who knows where. Okay, so first things first, we should have an auto shotgun done, so that's a good start. Grab the shotgun shells as well, open them up, just get them into storage. As you can see, we're pretty full here, but let's start changing things over. Can't use the tube extender, of course, so need to find, do we have another mod? Might just repair that up, ready for sale as well. Teleport coming in. Mountain lion can live. Let's actually see what mods we can make. We've already got Cripple in there, yep. We can make a drum magazine or a foregrip mod. That actually might be a good option. Can't believe we don't have one of them, to be honest. The other thing we can look at doing is seeing how many more shotgun shells we can make. Another couple of those. Short on gunpowder, but I don't think we've really got any... No, we don't really have any coal, so we need to go mining if we want those. Now, the other thing to think about is for tonight, we've got the assault rifle, so can we get some machine gun points? We've got only 2 skill points available. So that won't get us very far, get us 1 point only, and we might just need to see how far we get. I think I'll take it anyway. We don't really need big and fast, we're going guns for the Horde. So let's take 1 point into machine gunner and 1 point into fortitude. See if we can get some more points today, and we'll put them into a bit more machine guns, just to use up some of that 7.62 ammo. The other thing we've got to do today is repair the base, so we're going to have to get this bit sorted out. And normally, I would have constructed, or the original intent for this base is that I was going to construct another ramp mirroring this one up identically onto the other side. But I might abandon that and put in something just a little bit simpler, just as a reserve option. This structure worked really, really well and hardly took any damage. So hoping that that works again should mean that we only kind of need a backup option only in case things go really, really bad. So let's take that, see if we can pop that in. There we go. So for upping the base, the other thing I want to do is get some iron doors going. I want 2 of them, so just need a bit of forged iron. There we go, that's finished just in time. So I think the next step is just to double check how the gear in the 4x4 is going. Is quite full still. So let's see if we can get all of that out. Whoa, that worked so well, it disappeared. Okay, let's pop some of this away. We're out of space again. That's another cell box. I'm just going to put a little bit of protection for it just around it, and we'll put this as our second sellables. Then I think it's time to start thinking about doing the base repair. So let's grab the nail gun, let's get our crafting supplies, and let's get to it. Going to repair the floor because it does cop a little bit of damage from the cop spit. You don't want to be falling out. Have the floor fall out underneath you in the middle of Horde night. Roof wise, I don't think I ever ended up putting spikes up here, so let's get a few of them on the crafting. I mean, we could just put a blade trap up here actually. Let's do that. That'll be a bit more fun. And the other one that I was going to put on was actually just going to be one here. This is just, whoa, to protect the base a bit. Wasn't expecting that to be hollow. Yeah, the rest of that's concrete. Okay, good. Can we put one... I want to be able to potentially jump over the blade traps during the Horde night in case I have to go get something from the base. So we'll put the second one there, and that should just try and protect this entrance to the crafting area. Put one there. And then let's grab the wiring. And let's get some extra engines. Put that on there. So these will be permanently on during Horde night. We can fix these up later to potentially turn themselves on when there's a zombie around. There we go. So these will be permanently on for Horde night. We need to finish unloading the 4x4, sorry. And since we're here, I might just read that treasure map. Raphael's treasure map. You go somewhere nearby. Raphael's treasure map, there we go. On the road over there, that's not too bad. We can potentially go and get that later on if we've got time. Last few things, I just need to finish nerd polling and repairing up the base so that that's all completely finished. Okay, fully concrete base. That's a good start compared to where we were. Now, we do have the other pickaxe here now. Be good if I can just get this one cleared out so that we can put in proper blocks. Just make that look a little neater. And stops the zombies getting in underneath where they shouldn't. Just fix up the little angles here. And last but not least, see if we can clear these out. There we go, that looks prettier. Now, while I'm down here, I'm going to pick up my motorbike. How much fuel does it have? Fair bit, so that's not too bad. We'll take that with us so that when the inevitable teleport comes today, I'm not sure what time it's going to be, but at least this way we will have the motorbike with us regardless and I can't accidentally miss it. Or at least I can miss the teleport, but I won't be too far out of whack because I can just jump on the bike. I am planning on heading back to this base, that's why we're doing so much work. I'm hoping that regardless of where we teleport around the map, you can see we've gone to all over the place. We haven't ended up in this top corner yet, so, you know, we'll see whether that happens today. We'll see whether we end up back over in the burnt biome. You know, it'd be nice if we just ended up back in the forest and could just easily saunter on back, but who knows what's going to happen with that. We've also got the quest to hand back in if we get a chance to drive down there later. So we'll see what happens. So from here, what we might do is put in, I'm just going to go for probably a basic, I was going to say a basic, just a ladder with a ramp up, but it might actually be nice to finish off the ramp like we did before. So let's see if we've got time. The other thing I want to do is, I'm not sure that I can do this without the two supporting ends. No, I need the supports on this end. So let's just put in a T-block. Actually, I'll just go cube. Because this one has the door, I want the door right at the end there so we can control the pathing. We just need to do that and then that. It's not like they're going to fall off as easily as the other one. So it doesn't need to be as narrow. It's also not going to have the double reinforcement that this one has. This one's just as an emergency. So let's pop that in there like that. And then we can continue on. Ah. That's a supply drop that looks... How far up in the mountain is that? A long way up in the mountain. I'm not going to go for that one right now. That's just a little bit too far. Okay, we've got the second round built. It's time to just nail that all in. Okay, well, it took a while, but I think we've now got our base fully complete. The emergency row doesn't have the electric fences that the main row has, so it'll be a pretty weak backup, but it should do the job. And just to check that everything is going to work from a power point of view, let's get that up and running. That looks pretty good to me. Turn that back off again. And just finish off with the bars. Okay, that looks pretty good. Pathing still works. Thank you for testing that. I'm not going to test that, I'm just going to hope that it works. If we lose this path, then we can turn that one on. This one can stay there. We'll open that up for Horde night. We could potentially upgrade some of those wooden doors, but for the most part they're not copying a beating so far. And for now then, I think it's time to pop things away. We probably don't want the truck sitting here. Back that up to the box factory. Yep, we've got plenty of fuel. I'm going to take the suppressor and some of those just in case. And look, here we go. Here comes the big teleport. So haven't quite got time to go do the treasure map that we'd hoped for. So let's just go see if we can pop a few things away. Oh man, Horde. We want the loot bags. Do I like the auto shotgun? Yes, I do. I don't like the noise it makes, but it certainly rips through a wandering horde. Where'd you go? Okay, now what was I doing? Running back upstairs. I'm not going to have time for that now, am I? Let's just have one of them then. Now we've got the motorbike, got the fuel. Read a shotgun mag. Just reading those actually. Impact driver quality 4. Now, where are we? We are hype machine gun quality 6. That'll come in useful. We are down to the southwest. So, whilst the Horde base up there to the north is probably closer, I think why don't we head northeast? We'll see if we can get across actually to Bob and see if we could hand this quest in actually. That's kind of useful. Let's pop the motorbike down. Refuel that all up. And that's where we want to go. 3.7 Ks to the northeast. So that's not a bad result for a teleport. At least, as long as we make it back in time. That one sort of kicked in sometime after 3. I think the one before was 12, so it's certainly taken a jump. I don't know what the next one will be. You know, in the next Horde night, that could start to get very close. And we're going to have to think about, very close to the start of Horde night, I mean. And we're going to have to start to think about how we make sure that we have bases close enough. Because whilst I can, hopefully, make it all the way back to the snow base from here, that's not always going to be the case, particularly as those teleports happen closer and closer to Horde night. We're going to need more bases around the place, so we're potentially just going to have to make sure that we've gone and built enough bases to always be one relatively close by. Alright, well, this is not Bob's town. He's still 2 Ks away, so I think this is a new town. There's a trade route marker up there, so we should be able to just pop up, potentially find a new trader, since it's kind of on the way. Kind of. Here we go, extra Bob. Let's pop in and say hello. No gas. Got any forge mags and stuff for us? Yep. 74 or 75 forge mags. Make that 75 of 75 forge mags. So we can now make a crucible if we need to. What we get? Nothing there I particularly need, so I'm going to take that. Let's have a quick look at your inventory. I'll take the cement as always, it's relatively cheap. I'll take a vehicles book. I'll take tools books. That'll probably do us, I think.
That's a good choice you made right there.
I'll take your ATM though. Although I really should think about getting back home before we waste too much time. But I think we're okay. And any recog. Learning elixir. Yeah, I'll take one. That'll do. Alright, let's head on to Bob again. See if we can hand in this quest. There's the first thunder and lightning. What have you got for us? I'll take another skills bundle.
Let's get you sorted.
Since you've restocked, is there anything in here that we want? Can buy a mini bike. Cobblestone again, just so we don't have to make it. I'll take all of that. Other tools. Automatic weapons. Yeah, let's do that as well. It's getting a bit expensive, but that'll be okay.
Thank you very much.
Let's just read these. And that's done. Just check for a recog. No recog. Let's get moving. Oh, let's actually just open these up. More shotguns, more scrapping, more tools, more tech planet. The other ones we can sell. Right, from here, time to power on home. Robotic stage quality 2 is now unlocked. But let's power on home and see if we've got time to spare once we get back to the Horde base. Look at that. Plenty of time. We're back with 2 hours to spare. So let's take care of you. Nobody else here. That's empty. I'm just gonna... Oh, didn't really mean to fill that up. I'm gonna take that with me. So that's not downstairs. So we've got one vehicle down there that should hopefully be okay. And one up with us in case that one's not okay. Okay, so I think we've got everything on us. Well, everything tucked away. What do we want on us? We'll take recog and learning elixir. I don't really have a good spot to put the sledge turret for this base, so I'm not going to run it with it tonight. Shouldn't need the wiring mag. We haven't deployed the shotgun turret, so that's okay. First aid wise, I'm going to take a stack of those. Some vitamins in case we need them. Full on first aid bandages, that should be okay. We don't need that many painkillers, surely. So now it's just guns and ammo. So we'll take the machine gun. Got so much of that ammo, so we're going to try and burn through that first, even though that's not going to do as much damage. And then we'll take a whole bunch of shotgun shells as well. I think that's pretty much it. That's modded up. Oh, we didn't want this, don't want this silencer on there. Let's maybe swap that out for a muzzle brake. Just because that'll drop damage, and I don't think we've got the combat books that would stop that just yet. With 30 minutes to spare, I think it's time to get set up. Get bunkered in, get the power on, and get ready for the Horde. After we open up that door, we should be all good. Oh wait, fixing up the fences. We need electrical parts and forged iron. And we have the repair gun, so that should be okay. Pop those in there. No room in the inventory. Alright, turn that on. And let's go. And just as we wait, don't think we've got... Oh, we do. Do you reckon that'll get us a level up? Not quite. I was hoping that would just push us across and we could get an extra skill point. Because the goal is, where do we need to spend them if we do get them? Hello, Screamer. Just in time for Horde. And it is Horde. Now where was I doing? So first point goes into Fortitude, second point goes into Machine Gunner. That's open. That's doing its job for the teleports. Whoa. That's not loaded. There we go. Alright, now we're on. Ooh, we got rads. Lots of rads tonight. I don't really have... Whoop. How'd you get in here? I was going to say, I don't really have room to pick up a lot of loot bags. Now they're going to get zapped on the way through, but that's okay. Oh, almost a triple strike. You get off there. All tingles. The other thing we probably need to do is take the learning elixir and recog that we bought. That would be useful. See if that makes a difference. So the assault rifle might have to get kept for the ferals, or might have to wait until we've got some extra points. So it's just not packing the punch that the shotgun does. We've got plenty of shells, so we can probably afford just to go shotgun for a while. And switch out where we need to. Okay, well this is working pretty well. At least so far. Use the assault rifle for the ferals. Use the shotgun for the rads. And happy days. There's a radiated birdie somewhere. There he goes. Don't want them just taking out my blade trap up top. Okay, that's working. Got loot bags up the top there. Almost finished with the first wave, which will be nice to get rid of the radiated vultures, but hopefully we don't replace them with anything worse. Now, I don't think we can actually repair from in here either on the defences, so I'll have to work out later how we deal with that, but maybe they'll make it through the whole Horde night, we'll have to see. Those blade traps sounds like they've copped a bit of damage. I don't think we've got any forged steel on us to repair that actually. That might be, you know, oversight. I'm not sure that we're going to get the time to go get it. Okay, teleports incoming. Going to take the suppressor this time. Looks like we've got cops coming now. What did I say about trading off the vultures for something worse? Come here, there we go. You get up there. You get up there. Fair that. Ouch. Okay, concrete holds up pretty well. That's all good. Okay, I don't like how many of them are coming there. We're going to have to do something about that for the next horde, right? For now, we'll just have to deal with it. Try and stop some of the spilling. Whoop, someone's here. Quick check of the repair. Oh, we don't have concrete. Nice work, genius. Okay, we're going to have to fix that. We can't go the whole horde night without concrete. So, let's take a gamble. Craft. Concrete. Steel. Back over here. Back in here. Shut that. Shut that. Good. Right. Beautiful. Whew. That was a mistake that has been now hopefully avoided. Not having enough repair material. That's it. Got to get those cops on the run up so that they can come up here and get a face full of all of those shotguns. Oh, we're out of recog again. Let's get those in. Come closer, please. Thank you. Alrighty. Getting there now. Still got plenty of ammo left, and we're coming up on the last wave. Might just throw a bandage in since we're not fully healed. Hopefully most of that hit the zombie and not the base. Actually, when was the last time we did a repair check? Oh, red vultures again. I hate red vultures. Where is it? Hopefully landing on the roof and getting blade trapped. Okay, let's get this one reloaded. Shotty for the rads. Machine gun for the ferals and normals. Three skill points to spend, so let's do that. There we go, that'll do. Bit of extra damage from the rifle. Spiders, don't want spiders there. You can go away, yeah, you go back around the proper way, thank you. Oh, I think we've lost our electric fences. I'm not sure when they went, but someone seems to have taken them out. I don't think we've had a cop explosion, so I'm not sure what did. Oh, we've lost our door. That's not good. Let's make a new door. Is that crafted? Nope, a minute. Oh, I don't want to wait a minute. Let's make a wood one instead. Half an hour to go. about to run out of recog, I think. So we'll probably not replenish that, and we'll just wing it. Ouch. Oh, that's not good. We've lost that block. So our alternate path is broken. Said we're going to have to definitely do something about that. That didn't work at all well. Just proved a distraction. But with 4 minutes to go, I don't think it's going to cost us. And there's the end of Horde. Finish the cleanup, if we can. Don't smash my door. Okay, starting to thin out now. Except for the screamers. Oh no, I didn't get that one. Alright. Should we go get them? Rather than waiting up, I think it's about time. Especially since we're getting more loot bags. Gonna have to put some gear away. How are we doing? No, we're still getting more coming in. You come over here, Screamer. Can I get the shot? Nope. Let's just chuck in the first aid kit. So we're getting the horde after the horde. And more. Still more. I really need to get down and get those loot bags. Because some of them probably have expired by now. Okay, let's get the Screamer. Oh. Okay. That's the faster way to get this done. And there we go. That should do us. I'm just going to bring the 4x4 over for a bit of storage. Actually, no, we've got the storage box just there. That's what that's for. Take care of you, Big Mama. And whack away a little bit of this gear that we don't need on us right now. We can pop that back. Pop that back. Actually, we'll keep the repair gun on us. And I'll read the fully auto mod schematic. Now, let's start looting. See what good stuff we get. Ooh. Reduced chance to be lit on fire. Take that. Shotgun mag. Auto shotty level 4. Another vehicle book. Always accepted as we slowly work our way towards the gyrocopter. Couple of magazines for medical journals. Couple more vehicle books. Couple more vehicle books. Steel tools quality 6. That is a good thing to get to. And mechanical tools. So we're into my favorite thing in the world, the auger. And potentially the chainsaw. So I thought I saw a blue bag up the top here at one point. But that might have disappeared or got knocked off. Don't know what happened to our electric fences back there. I'll turn that off for now. Loot this one. Another couple of shotgun magazines. Any bags drop anywhere else that we could get? Nothing up the top. I think that is it. So, let's go turn this off. So that's the end of day 28 and another horde successfully seen to. The suppressor helped a lot in there, making sure that we missed teleports for most of the horde, and obviously I got lucky for the rest. The additional ramp on the base was a bit of a fail. I think we need to put the pathing control door outside rage mode next time and hook it up with a switch. Please hit the like button if you've enjoyed this episode and consider subscribing if you'd like to watch the rest of the series. Massive thanks for the generous support of my patrons shown here. Thanks to you for watching this video, and happy teleporting.